Right guys, so today we're going to be installing the 5th scale motor mount with the 5th scale system, castle system that we said about on the last video. I've got a couple of new things to show you. So one of the things is these battery tray adapters that are available. So if you want to PM me in the comments or check out All Day RC Facebook group and message me on there. These are made to order, so there is a couple of days lag on these, but they fit the straps in beautifully and they fit inside the truck really nicely. We'll get that installed towards the end of the video so you can see that. Again, the same as the last video, we've got these motor mounts and we're just going to quickly run through the installation of putting one of these motor mounts in, which is fairly simple. So when you get it, it will come already assembled like so, Loctited together, so it's nice and solid. You get your 4 bolts that are required for mounting it, which are M4s and they're cap heads. So anyone that's running shims underneath that you can get online, get them from China, or you can get ones from Traxxas, these will fit perfectly in those shims. All you need to do is make a quick modification to the bottom of the chassis. So this is the front lower bulkhead part. There's a slight little notch here. All you need to do is either take yourself a pair of snips to snip that out, or I'm going to use a Dremel and I'll show you how quickly and easy that is to take out. As simple as that, and it's gone, and then the motor mount will sit nicely in place, all ready to go. Okay, so now that we've cut the little piece out in the chassis, the motor mount sits in nicely. I've just bolted the motor to the motor mount just loosely. To give you an idea, this is running mod 1.5 gears. Again, they're also available from me if you get in contact, or I'll put a link in the description as well so you can get hold of them. To give you an idea of ratios, for this particular motor at the minute, I'm probably going to run 25-35, but to start with today I'm going to run 20-35, just to show you how much space you've got to move this motor up and down, because that is an issue with a lot of the motor mounts that are available on the market, is the position up and down here. You can't go low enough, you can't go high enough, and people have to mesh certain gears just because of the motor mount, which is not a correct way of doing it. The motor mount should be free for you to put any gear ratio that's correct for your style of driving and your motor. So with a 20-35 on, as you can see, if I come down here and just loosely slide that into place, so that's in contact there. I'm not saying that the mesh is perfect or anything. If I now gently lift this out, you can see that's basically bang in the middle of the adjustment. So if you wanted to run a 30 tooth, easily, you can easily drop down. If you want to come up and start running crazy ratios, overdrive systems and things like that, you've got an inch of movement there to do it, which is absolutely tons. You could run a 35 if you really wanted to. Obviously anyone that wants to run 1-to-1 ratios, it doesn't matter what, so you could run a 30 and a 30, 35 and a 35, it makes no difference because it's 1-to-1. Alright, so what we're going to go ahead now is we're going to get all this bolted into place, and then I'll come back and show you the next bit. Alright guys, so this is the motor bolted in place now with the mesh set. This did take a couple of attempts just to get the mesh set correctly, which is important that you do get it set correctly because you don't want to mess up your gears, especially if you guys are spending big money. So all I did is I kept loose fitting the pinion, had the motor, and I just kept adjusting the motor slightly. Once I was happy with where it was, bolted the motor in solid, and then I've put the pinion on with heavy duty red Loctite. Especially for you guys who your X-maxx might be your first RC, so this might be something that's new to you, meshing gears. Mod 1.5 is a lot easier to mesh than Mod 1, but you still need to take your time and get it correct. Also, just to give you guys an idea that are going to run Castle 2028 setups, I'm running a small pinion, so a 20 with a 35 spur gear. You guys that want to get real performance out of yours are going to want to run 25-35, but I'm not too fussed about that. I just want something reliable. There's absolutely no need to trim the chassis whatsoever. So even for you guys that are using 25s, as you can see, there's loads of room to move up on the motor, and you've got absolutely no need to trim the chassis at all. Okay, so the next thing to show you is the top brace. Now, this is something that's only available from All Day RC. Again, if you hit me up in the messages on YouTube, or you're best off checking out my channel, All Day RC, and contacted me through there, Andrew Appleton. These are £40 plus postage in the UK. For you guys out in the States, just send me a message and I'll work out what the exchange rate is at the time and give you guys a good price on that, including shipping. So this replaces the stock plastic one. Sits down nicely in place. It adds loads of strength. It takes all the flex out between the towers that you get with the plastic one. So some people would have broken the plastic ones, bending centre shafts quite a lot. This takes a lot of that out. It takes all the play out between the towers, and it's going to give your centre shaft a lot more life. It's not going to say that you're never going to break your centre shaft or bend it, but it's certainly going to extend the life of it. Now, just to give you guys an idea, the ESC plate on this at the minute is a Fastlaner's ESC plate, just to show you a comparison. If you guys want an ESC plate from us, we'll make it a little bit wider and we'll drill and tap this top brace so you can have it screwed straight onto the top brace, so there's no messing about at all. So in the future, when you guys want to pop your ESC off, it's 4 bolts, it's dead easy. You don't need to do anything else whatsoever. And you can also stick your receiver straight on the bottom, and if you want to get access to your receiver, you can just unbolt and off it comes. We do sell the ESC plates separately if you guys want them, so ping us a message for that. And they do come anodised, same as this top brace is anodised grey to give it a lovely finish. And that's all put together, it's all drilled and tapped and quite professional. The only thing that you guys will need to do is do a slight trim on these corner bits here. Once it's in, I'll show you what a difference it makes. You can actually pick the truck up by it and, you know, sling the truck around. It adds that much strength. Also, it really does look the place. I mean, I know that mine's got silver bits on, but with the motor mount and things like that, it looks like it's supposed to be there. Nice, beefy and strong. Alright guys, so I'll get this bolted into place for a couple other bits and then I'll come back to you. So before I put the ESC in, I just want to show you guys this top mount. So it's bolted in by all 4 corners. It's got an M4 in it, not an M3, so we've gone up a size from stock, so you've got more strength on that thread. And it's threaded in by 18mm, so it's a good size. So just to give you an idea, bearing in mind this hasn't got batteries in, but it's still a weighty truck. Pick that up with that, absolutely no problems whatsoever. Pan you up a bit, just so you can see. Absolutely solid. If I try and pull these towers together, I'm getting absolutely no movement whatsoever. Can't get any more solid than that. So highly recommended guys. If you want one, like I said, hit me up at All Day RC, or just ping a message across in the comments. Now installed. Don't know how easy it is for you guys to see on camera, but it's been quite a nice, neat, tidy, easy install. We've done a quick test run on it, nothing too special, but it's dark here now, it's getting late, so I can't do a proper run, but there will be a video up soon. That video will be on this channel, Sons RC, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button to his channel so you can stay updated on these videos. The quick test run we did, for me, it seemed like it had more than enough power on 2035, but for you guys that are power hungry, you probably will want to go up to a 25 pinion, but for me, that was more than enough to use. We've put this side in for the battery strap adapter, so you can see roughly what that looks like. You can put any size battery in, basically. You're not limited by your bars. When your truck flips, you're not worried about them coming off or anything like that. We've gone for castle connectors. The 6.5 bullets, the polarized connectors, which work nicely. One thing I would say that I did notice with this ESC does not have anti-spark built in, so we had the crack when we plugged them in. No big deal, but obviously you guys that run XT90s, you can run the anti-spark ones, so you don't get that. For you guys that run Hobbywing ESCs, it's built into the Hobbywing ESCs, you don't have to worry. It's not doing any harm to anything, you obviously just don't like hearing that noise. Other than that guys, it's all in, it's done. I'm really happy with it. You can see just how solid this mount is. Same with the motor mount, absolutely solid. For you guys that want to run extra fans, if you went for one of these braces, there is room to fit a plate on the top there and fit additional fans, or fit fans instead of these. Also, as you can see, this motor mount has got something for the future. We've got a couple of holes drilled and tapped in there to mount a plate to mount fans in the future for something that we might be developing, so keep your eyes open for that. Other than that, all done, really happy with it. I know it's a lot of money, it's kind of getting excited. I know it's a lot of money, but so far it does seem to be really good quality. So another shout out again for Sons RC, whose channel this is, for putting a lot of work into getting these mounts produced for us, so they're available for you guys, because I really do think that is going to be a good upgrade, and you can now get motor mounts for you guys in the UK. You can buy them in the UK, and they are handmade in the UK, not on machines but by hand. Each one is checked, so you're guaranteeing that you're getting quality, and they're all anodized. Alright guys, cheers for that. Like I say, subscribe, hit that bell button, and keep your eyes out for our running videos. Any questions, ping them across, and make sure you join All Day RC Facebook group. Thank you very much.